Unit 24.
Conversation.
"121. We went to the museum last week. We saw a lot of paintings.
122. We're studying art this week. We're learning about the paintings that we saw.
123. Next week we're going to the zoo. We're going to see a lot of animals.
124. What did you do last week? We went to the museum last week. 125. What did you see?
We saw a lot of paintings.
126. What are you doing this week? We're studying art this week. 127. What are you learning about?
We're learning about the paintings that we saw.
128. What are you going to do next week? Next week we're going to the zoo. 129. What are you going to see?
We're going to see a lot of animals.
130. What did you do last week? 131. We went to the museum last week. 132. What did you see?
133. We saw a lot of paintings.
134. What are you doing this week? 135. We're studying art this week. 136. What are you learning about?
137. We're learning about the paintings that we saw.
138. What are you going to do next week? 139. Next week we're going to the zoo. 140. What are you going to see?
141. We're going to see a lot of animals.
142. This month is May. 143. Last month was April. 144. Next month is June.
145. What month is this?
It's May.
146. What was last month?
It was April.
147. What's next month?
It's June.
148. What month is this?
149. It's May.
150. What was last month?
151. It was April.
152. What's next month?
153. It's June. 154. What's the first month of the year?
January is the first month of the year.
What's the first month of the year?
January is the first month of the year.
155. What's the second month?
February is the second month.
What's the second month?
February is the second month.
156. What's the third month?
March is the third month.
What's the third month?
March is the third month.
157. What's the fourth month?
April is the fourth month.
What's the fourth month?
April is the fourth month.
158. What's the fifth month?
May is the fifth month.
What's the fifth month?
May is the fifth month.
159. What's the sixth month?
June is the sixth month.
What's the sixth month?
June is the sixth month.
160. What's the seventh month?
July is the seventh month.
What's the seventh month?
July is the seventh month.
161. What's the eighth month?
August is the eighth month.
What's the eighth month?
August is the eighth month.
162. What's the ninth month?
September is the ninth month.
What's the ninth month?
September is the ninth month.
163. What's the 10th month?
October is the 10th month.
What's the 10th month?
October is the 10th month.
164. What's the 11th month?
November is the 11th month.
What's the 11th month?
November is the 11th month.
165. What's the 12th month?
December is the 12th month.
What's the 12th month?
December is the 12th month.
166. How many months are there in a year?
There are 12 months in a year.
How many months are there in a year?
There are 12 months in a year.
167. What's the first month of the year? January.
168. January is the first month of the year.
169. What's the second month? February.
170. February is the second month.
171. What's the third month? March.
172. March is the third month.
173. What's the fourth month? April.
174. April is the fourth month.
175. What's the fifth month? May.
176. May is the fifth month.
177. What's the 6th month? June.
178. June is the 6th month.
179. What's the 7th month? July.
180. July is the 7th month.
181. What's the 8th month? August.
182. August is the 8th month.
183. What's the 9th month? September.
184. September is the 9th month.
185. What's the 10th month? October.
186. October is the 10th month.
187. What's the 11th month? November.
188. November is the 11th month.
189. What's the 12th month? December.
190. December is the 12th month.
191. How many months are there in a year?
192. There are 12 months in a year.
193. It's the 2nd week of June. The weather is getting warm. The trees are getting green. 194. School is going to end next month. 195. The students are taking their final exams. 196. Tom is studying for his science exam. 197. Carol is studying for her history exam. 198. They're going to have a holiday after the exams. 199. There isn't any school in August. 200. Tom is going to play a lot of tennis. 201. Carol is going to swim a lot. 202. School is going to start again in September. It's going to start in the 2nd week of September. 203. Tom is going to study maths next year. 204. Carol is going to study science next year.
205. Is it the 1st or 2nd week of June?
It's the 2nd week of June.
206. What's happening to the weather?
It's getting warm.
207. What's happening to the trees?
They're getting green.
208. When is school going to end?
School is going to end next month.
209. What are the students doing?
They're taking their final exams.
210. Which exam is Tom studying for?
He's studying for his science exam.
211. Which exam is Carol studying for?
She's studying for her history exam.
212. What are they going to have after the exams?
They're going to have a holiday after the exams.
213. Is there any school in August?
No, there isn't.
214. What's Tom going to do?
He's going to play a lot of tennis.
215. What's Carol going to do?
She's going to swim a lot.
216. When is school going to start again?
It's going to start again in September.
217. Is it going to start in the second or third week of September?
It's going to start in the second week of September.
218. What's Tom going to study next year?
He's going to study maths next year.
219. What's Carol going to study next year?
She's going to study science next year.
220. Is it the first or second week of June?
221. It's the second week of June.
222. What's happening to the weather?
223. It's getting warm.
224. What's happening to the trees?
225. They're getting green.
226. When is school going to end?
227. School is going to end next month.
228. What are the students doing?
229. They're taking their final exams.
230. Which exam is Tom studying for?
231. He's studying for his science exam.
232. Which exam is Carol studying for?
233. She's studying for her history exam.
234. What are they going to have after the exams?
235. They're going to have a holiday after the exams.
236. Is there any school in August?
237. No, there isn't.
238. What's Tom going to do?
239. He's going to play a lot of tennis.
240. What's Carol going to do?
241. She's going to swim a lot.
242. When is school going to start again?
243. It's going to start again in September.
244. Is it going to start in the second or third week of September?
245. It's going to start in the second week of September.
246. What's Tom going to study next year?
247. He's going to study maths next year.
248. What's Carol going to study next year?
249. She's going to study science next year.